Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Water can flow, or it can crash. Empty your mind. Be formless.
Hey, this is the Blackwell Panda. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with the PandaCraft server. This is the current spawn, and you might be saying, whoa, what's going on with spawn? Well, long story short, we got hacked. And I'm not sure hacked is the proper term. It was more like we got exploited, I guess. Anyway, so I'll explain what happened. There was a bug with the server, with Minecraft actually, where players could send a duplicate login handshake. What this means is when they went to log into the server, they would submit their username and password, and that information gets sent to the Mojang's authorization servers. And if it's correct, it sends a response back saying yes. If it's incorrect, it sends a response back saying no. That's what's called a handshake. You send information, and you get information sent back, just like a handshake. And it works that way just so us, server owners can't actually see your login information, and it's just more efficient. But basically, what happened was they would send the first handshake with the correct username and password, and then they would send a duplicate handshake very quickly using, for example, like an automated program or a script. And by very quickly, I mean like maybe a millisecond. I mean, we're talking about super quick, computer quick. This second handshake that they send contains someone else's username. And what happened was basically the server received the response from the first handshake, which was yes, because they sent their correct username and password. But the server used the second handshake to log them in, which was the username that they supplied of the person they wanted to log in as. So to put it simply, using this exploit, they logged into the server under my account as Black Belt Panda, and they were able to access every command on the server, basically. The person who did it opted a bunch of their friends, and, well, I don't know if you could really say friends. What they did was they put a post up on Hack Forums, and I'll even put a link to that post in the video description so you can actually see the original post they put up. Go ahead and go flame them all you want. I do not agree with what they did, so in my opinion, flaming them is perfectly acceptable. But anyway, they put a post up in these forums saying, hey, PandaCraft still has this bug that you can exploit. So go ahead and exploit it, hop on the server. I'll op anybody who says this in chat, and they gave you a sentence that you could say in chat. Something along the lines of, thank you for the warm welcomes. Anyway, so anybody who said that, the person who logged in as me would give op to. And with the operator status, they were able to use world edit, basically. And they destroyed spawn. They set the spawn point as lava, so whenever people would die, they would respawn in the lava, and they would die over and over and over, and it was a never-ending loop. They also destroyed terrain in several places. They teleported to players and then deleted the ground all the way to bedrock. It was a huge mess. It really was. I was sleeping at the time. Keep in mind, I didn't know any of this was happening. I was totally asleep. When I woke up, I had seen that the server was not running. And I saw a bunch of messages, people saying server got hacked, server got hacked. Normally when I see that, I usually just assume that, someone found a bug in the permission system, no big deal. So after I looked through the logs, I saw what actually happened, and needless to say, it was a big deal. Unfortunately, normally what I would do is back up the server, and then, beforehand, and then restore the server from a backup, because I have automatic backups of everything. But there is a built-in /backup command in PandaCraft that only I can run, or only an operator can run, I should say. And I guess they had already counted on that because one of them spammed the backup command over and over and over. What happens when you do this is the old backups get replaced with the new backups. So all of my old backups of PandaCraft when it was in its, 100% state, before it was griefed, were replaced with these new backups of the griefed PandaCraft. So restoring PandaCraft from backups no longer became possible. And the amount of damage that was done could be fixed, but I've been having a lot of stuff that I need to take care of here in real life, which has prevented me from being able to get on PandaCraft and do as much as I'd like to do. So that's why you guys haven't seen me on as much. It's not because I don't care or anything, it's just because I have a lot of stuff to take care of, and my time here on PandaCraft is extremely limited. So what I did was I set up Skyblock, which I had just recently introduced to PandaCraft, as the main world, and I removed the ability to access the survival world. So now when you log into PandaCraft, you'll end up here on Skyblock. This is the Skyblock spawn. And I'm going to leave Skyblock running until 1.7. The reason for this is because when 1.7 was going to come around originally, I was going to reset the server. Because 1.7 is going to introduce a lot of new features that we're not going to get unless we have new terrain generation. So instead of going through all the work and spending a lot of time that I don't have, or getting volunteers to spend a lot of time repairing the survival world, and getting it running for the limited amount of time that it would be running before 1.7 comes out, and then resetting it just seems like a lot of wasted effort. So I'm going to leave Skyblock running for you guys to play, so you can still access PandaCraft and have fun with Skyblock. You still do have some donator perks and everything, so people who've purchased ranks don't have to worry about, wasting their money. You still have benefits here. Just, the benefits are different. Keep that in mind. But it makes a lot more sense to me to just wait for 1.7 and release a new survival map. I have a lot of big plans for the new survival map. I want, if possible, I don't have the time right now, but if I do come up with the time, I want to add more RPG aspects to the server. To be able to go on quests and earn special items, like a helmet that lets you stay underwater, which you can get normally, I know, but just an example. Maybe boots that'll let you fly. That would be cool, right? A sword that lets you shoot fireballs. Things like that. They can earn from quests. Just sounds a lot more fun to me. I don't know what you guys think, but it sounds like it would be more interesting to play. I was thinking about making towns for the server. They would be server towns with little villages or little villagers, which would act as NPCs that would give out quests. Maybe you could buy and sell with these villagers, and each town would have its own little quests and its own little items that could be bought or sold, or traded or whatever. And I was thinking, the further away from spawn you got, the better the towns became in terms of what they offered. But also at the same time, the more dangerous it got. So, like, for example, the towns furthest away from spawn would have mobs in them even during the daytime that could attack you. And in between the towns, they would all be connected with roads, and the roads would all be protected, so they'd be safe. But outside the towns and off the roads would be basically wilderness, where PvP would be enabled. You could fight other players. There would be mobs, but inside the towns that are safe, there would be no mobs. Obviously, the more unsafe the town gets, the more mobs there's going to be. But I had a lot of really cool ideas for that, and I was going to offer for sale on the website like quest passes, which would let you finish a quest if you're having trouble with it. You could purchase a quest pass, or maybe even like skill points you could use to level up or something like that. Even offer some of the items of for sale on the website. Anything on the website you'd have to buy with real money, by the way. But some cool items like, like I was saying before, a sword that shoots fireballs. You can do a quest to get it, or you could buy it off the website, whatever you'd want to do. That way, it's fair that way. It's not so much play to win, because you could do the quest and get it for free, or you could spend, money that you earned in real life to get it. Either way, you earn it. That's the way it seems to me. But keep in mind that, all the money that's earned from those sales and from the purchasing of ranks, definitely goes towards supporting the server. We do have, bills now. The server is no longer sponsored, because I had to migrate it to a new host, in order to cut down on the lag. The server is pretty much lag free now. It's always running at 20 TPS. So migrating to a new host was definitely a huge help. But yeah, so we do have bills. We have the server bills. We have the website bills. And of course, YouTube videos and the server are my only source of income. The server's not in profit. Whatever is left over after paying the bills goes towards keeping me alive, basically. I still need to eat, and obviously I have electricity and internet and everything to deal with. So, yeah, anyway. Do want to address a few things before I go ahead and give you guys a quick look around the Skyblock. A few concerns that have been, cropping up here and there. First of all, I've had a few players, they say, that I'm not interested in the server. I don't care about the players, things like that. I just want to say right off the bat that, of course, I'm interested in the server and I care about the players. Otherwise, I wouldn't be running the server. A lot of you are saying I'm only doing it for the money. The server doesn't make that much money. It really doesn't. The PandaCraft website shows you how much money so far that I made from the rank purchases since the server's been up. Right now, it's about $4,000, and the server's been up for, I don't know, 5-6 months now, something like that. I lost track. That's not a lot of money, really. I really have to budget what I've got to have enough money at the end of the month when I get my paycheck from YouTube, well, from Union for Gamers. So I'm definitely not in it for the money. If I was in it for the money, I would have given up a long time ago, because it is a lot of work, a lot more work than I thought it would be when I first got into it. I do care about the players, and I do care about what the players have to say. There are a lot of instances where players will suggest something that just isn't possible, or has already been done, or would go against what I have in mind for PandaCraft. And in those cases, I have to turn the suggestion down. So it's not that I don't care about the suggestion, it's just that it's not going to work. That's all. But I have, and a lot of you know this, I have taken a lot of player suggestions and incorporated them. Skyblock was a player suggestion. The Creative Worlds were a player suggestion. Townie, even, was a player suggestion, although there were a lot more reasons behind switching to Townie, because we did start as faction server. I've introduced tons of stuff that, were suggested by players. And I do this because you guys know what you want, So I run the server. I've never really played on servers a whole lot, so I'm not the best judge of what makes a server fun. So it's important for me to listen to your suggestions, so I definitely do. As for being biased, I hear this a lot too, that I'm biased towards staff, or I'm biased towards players who have purchased ranks, and I've even heard I'm biased towards players who aren't staff, which, I mean, it's all over the board. I'm not biased towards any players at all. And you will see that occasionally when a player who purchases a rank breaks the rules. This is a little bit rare, and this might be why it seems players think I'm biased. Players who purchase ranks tend not to break the rules as much, simply because, one, they put the money into the server. They put the money into the rank. They don't want to lose that. And two, the reason they put the money in the rank in the first place is because they like the server, so they don't want to ruin something that they like. So I don't end up punishing very many players who have purchased ranks because of this. Not because they get away with it, but because generally they don't do anything in the first place. So I think a lot of players are seeing that I don't punish very many rank holders, if you will, as opposed to regular players, and that is true. However, if you ever do see a rank holder breaking a rule, and I'm on the server to see it, you will see very quickly that I take the same action I would with any other player, regardless of how much money they have donated or what rank they have purchased. If a player X-rays, they're banned. That's it. I don't stand for X rank. If a player exploits a bug to an extent that damages the economy or other players or whatever, generally they're banned. And I have banned people who have purchased ranks in the past. And I will continue to do so when it is necessary. I jail and mute players who have ranks when they deserve it. So I'm definitely not biased towards players who have ranks. I can't speak for the rest of my staff. I tell them not to be. I really do. I tell them not to be biased. One of the first things they read when they become staff, when I give them the information that they need, is, as staff, one of the rules is do not be biased. That includes towards your friends, towards other staff, and towards rank holders. So I hope that they follow that. I believe I have good staff on the server, and I hope that the rest of the players agree with that. But I am also not biased towards staff either. If staff breaks rules, then I talk with them about it. Depending on the rule they've broken. In the past, I have had to ban staff members. And it is unfortunate. But staff, I will say this, they do not get punished the same way as other players do. And there's a few reasons for this. One, I need my staff to be able to be on the server and do their job, so I can't have them sitting in jail. Generally, I can sit down, have a conversation with a staff member over Skype, and explain to them, what they did, why it was wrong, what they should have done, and that's that. We generally agree, and things get changed. It's pretty simple. I generally can't do that with a normal player, and that's why normal players just get jailed or muted or banned or whatever. So do keep in mind that I do still talk with staff about the problems and try to correct their behavior. So they don't exactly get punished like a regular player, but their actions do get corrected. So keep that in mind. It's not bias judgment at all. It's just I need my staff to be able to do their jobs. Pretty simple. And as for not communicating with staff, I've heard this before too, that I don't communicate with staff enough, and that's the same reason I haven't been on the server very much. Again, I just have too much to do in real life. When I get more time, when I get these problems sorted out and stabilized, and I can be on the server again like I used to be, then I'll be able to communicate with everybody, much more frequently. And maybe a couple members of staff and a few of the players who have been on the server for months now, for some time, especially those who have been on since it started, will know that before these problems arose, I was on the server a lot, constantly adding, fixing, changing, improving, and I did talk with players frequently, always having conversations. I've talked with staff over Skype, but this is all back when I had the time to do it. So it's not that I'm ignoring staff, it's not that I'm ignoring players, it's just that I don't have the time, and I really wish I did. But anyway, that addresses pretty much the issues that I've been seeing cropping up. So let's go ahead and take a look around. If you've been with me so far on this, then you get a nice little treat here. This is the spawn. These are the staff members. You'll see we have a lot more chat mods than we used to. We're getting requests for more chat mods, so we put out some more applications. But applications are currently closed. We have 2 mods now, Silex Fox and Boss Lady. Over here we have all the commands for Skyblock. So if you ever need to know a command, you can come here to spawn and check on that. You'll see these 2 signs here, tips and exit. So if we go down here, we have some information, like, for example, some donator information. And I did rename the donator ranks since the last time I did an update video. I didn't like the fact that they're the same as the other servers. When I started this server, I heavily based it off of a few other servers that I was familiar with. Over time, it grew into something completely different, and I wanted the ranks to be different too. I didn't want to have the same rank system as the server that I had based them off of, so I went ahead and renamed them. So in order now, let's see, what are they? It's Chunin is the first. VIP is actually the first. VIP I did not rename. VIP, Chunin, Genin, Jonin. I believe that's the right order. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Then Daimyo and Shogun, I believe. I really hope I got that in the right order. if not, then Ganon and Jonin are the other way around. You have to forgive me. The first, after VIP, the first 3 are based off of actual ranks in ninjutsu. And then the Daimyo and Shogun are just basically power ranks in feudal Japan. The Daimyo was generally a lord, a landholder, and the Shogun was basically one authority level above the Daimyo. The only person that the Daimyo answered to, essentially. But anyway, here's some tips for Skyblock. Things like your protection area, how to keep players from warping to your island, some tips for having fun. If you accidentally make obsidian, right-click it with your bucket and you'll get your lava back. You can lock your island, so only your party members can play on it. And I believe when you lock your island, it gets surrounded with water. It's a really cool effect. But yeah, anyway, so this is the exit. We're just going to take this by foot for now, and then we'll fly out and take a look. You can see it's pretty much a giant tree. So we're going to head down here. You can go that way, or you can just keep following the exit signs. We're just going to keep following the exit signs, because, like I said, we're going to fly around here in a little bit. So it's a long ways down, but it gives you some cool views on the way down. And here we are. Exits into this area here. I might do more with this, but right now these boots do nothing. It's just for show. I wasn't the one who made this spawn, by the way. The username is actually up at spawn, right by those command boards. That's a jail, actually. That's jail cell number 1. This water vader takes you down to the lower levels. And we'll just hop out of there. And the lower levels are where you can access all these cool little houses and stuff. So that's about it for going on foot. I'm going to fly up now. We'll take a good look. We've got cool little floating balloons. You'll see all of spawn is floating like a giant, awesome skyblock. We've got this cool design above it. We've got these nifty houses. I apologize for the lag spikes. I have some programs running, and I think that's what's causing it. There's a really cool airship over here. I really like this thing. Especially the effect here with the pistons and the rope looking effect with the blocks and then the ladders. We have a little horse statue. It's kind of neat looking. But yeah, so this is basically the Skyblock spawn. You can, I think, get to these lower levels down here. Yeah, okay, so you can get to these lower levels down here even. It doesn't look like you can go through those. But there are little stairways to get down right there next to these houses. And if you keep going, it does actually take you to a ladder right on this side. There's a locked skyblock, so you can see what I'm talking about. When you lock it, your boundaries get surrounded with water, so you can actually see the boundaries of your skyblock if you lock it. Good way to visualize them. And then you can just unlock it. Maybe if you want to just visualize it, unlock it when you're done. Yeah, so there's a little ladder down here to nothingness. So you can obviously fall out. I wouldn't recommend it. We'll just fly up here, get a good look at the tree. There's little balconies, like that one there, that you can go to by taking those little paths that we skipped. They're basically just little viewing balconies, nothing special. These balloons, in case you haven't noticed, are actually parkour courses. I don't think there's any rewards at the moment. There might have been rewards built in from the map maker. Maybe at the top, like chests or something. I don't know, but I haven't added any rewards. I might do so in the future, though. So let's take a look at some skyblocks nearby, just to show off what some players have done. You can see some people have already gotten started big time. Here's a really big skyblock. Is that not rendering? Okay, yeah, that just wasn't rendering. Your protection area is like 100 by 100, and then there's a little bit of space in between the sky blocks where anybody can build. That might be useful for making bridges. I really don't know what it would be useful for, but it was basically a default setting, and I thought it would be best to leave it that way. So here's a locked sky block, for example. We can just take a look. Obviously, locked for everybody else does not mean locked for me. Ha 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 ha. So yeah. I can even, let's see, type I here, IS, short for island. This is my Skyblock. Yeah. That's how much time I've had on the server. My Skyblock sucks. Anyway, this Skyblock here is where a lot of my staff play on. I don't know if we can do info. Must be on your island to use this command. What about dev info? Dev commands we have. Dev info. I know boss lady is one of them. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how to see the information for a specific island here. Haven't had a lot of time to get familiar with the plugin. But I do know that boss lady, one of the mods, and I think Silex Fox too, are both members of this island, as well as Voody, who's a chat mod, and I believe Haley, another chat mod. I couldn't tell you all the members of this island, but so this is what I've come to dub the staff island, just because of how many staff members are participating in the party on this island. But it's a good indication of the progress made. And that creeper just reminded me of something else that's new. Custom mobs. I've been making my own mobs using a nifty little plugin. Here's one of them here. This is the fire spirit. Sometimes they spawn with armor, but it looks cool when they don't. They shoot fireballs at you. If you hit them, see if I can hit them. I can't hit them. I can't hit them. Probably because I'm on someone else's island. But yeah, they will shoot fireballs at you. We have some custom creepers. Let's see if I can't find some custom creepers here. Not seeing any. Usually there's a ton. Because I've got F1. Okay, yeah, it's because I had F1 enabled here. So this is a defective creeper. This guy's really cool. I'll show him off later. Let me see if I can find a silver creeper. Nope. Okay. So we're going to go to the top here into the daylight. Because I want to spawn some mobs. Oh, there we go. There's a defective creeper. I'll show you what they do. Let me just go into survival mode. Alright. So here's a defective creeper. This guy is defective. I can push him off here. Here he comes. He's going to come at me. He's going to dance on the chest. He's being a little derpy. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I don't know why he's not coming after me. The difficulty for the server should be normal. Punch him. Punch him. I can't put. Ah, I'm vanished. Would you look at that? Watch. Ha ha ha. So that's all he does. He just sits there and he annoys you. That's a defective creeper. And what's really funny is if you want to get rid of him, as soon as you punch him, he blows up. I thought that was hilarious. Let's go ahead and see if we can't spawn a silver creeper. That's a defective creeper. That's a silver creeper. This is pretty cool. When this guy blows up, hear that? Look at that. See the silverfish? I had fun making him. I just had so much fun getting that custom mob set up. It just looks so cool. But yeah, that's the silver creeper. Each custom mob drops some special stuff. The defective creeper doesn't drop anything special, but the silverfish will drop bone meal. The fire spirit will drop fire, which is normally not obtainable. It'll drop 3 of them. You can use that to craft chainmail. Let's see what else we got. We've got a custom blaze in the nether. It's called a baby wither, I believe. And it shoots wither skulls instead of fireballs. It's stronger. I believe it's faster. And I think it drops gas tiers. Not entirely sure. I don't recall exactly. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it. Trying to think if I added any other custom mobs. I don't remember any at the moment, if I added any other ones. Just a fire spirit, silver creeper, defective creeper, baby wither. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Ah, yes, the Phantom. It's based off of an Enderman, so let's see if we can get one. There it is. There's the Phantom. So you can see just for a split second there, it's going to teleport around because it's daylight now. But you can see it was invisible, and all you could see was its floating purple eyes. It's very creepy. If the Phantom attacks you, things get really, really difficult. It'll give you like nausea and blindness for a few seconds. It's a fun fight with a Phantom, and it drops slime balls that have been renamed to ectoplasm. And it drops, I want to say it drops a potion of invisibility, but I'm not positive. But anyway, yeah, those are just some custom mobs that I added to the server just for a little bit of extra fun. I thought the vanilla mobs were a little bit too easy, especially here on Skyblock. The shop is now not available in Skyblock. It's a survival only feature, but it is pretty cool. It opens up a GUI when you type /shop that you can buy and sell from no matter where you're at. So I'm definitely, yeah, I might include that with the 1.7 update, but it would be a lot more limited because I want some items to only be obtainable through quests. But I think I would definitely still include the shop, just to include ways of selling some very basic things, buying some very basic things. I might set it up so you can only get the shop by completing a specific quest first. I'm probably going to do that with a few other items like horses. You can get a horse if you do a quest, but otherwise you can't get one. You can get an ender chest if you do a quest, otherwise you can't get one. Things like that. And they would be basic quests, starter quests, if you will, to get you used to the questing system, while at the same time getting you set up with starter materials that instead of having to craft or buy, you complete a quest to do. So let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. Just wanted to let you guys know what was going on, what's up with the server now, show off some of the stuff. And in case you don't play on the server already, you want to know the information, the address to connect to in Minecraft is play.pandacraft.org. The website address with all the information is just pandacraft.org, and both those links will be in the description, so you can visit them. Well, you can't obviously visit the server address, but you can copy and paste it into your Minecraft connection field. Anyway, so that pretty much does it for this update video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for the server or about the server, post them in the comments section below. If you like what's been done so far, what I have planned, or just being updated with information, click the like button. And if you want to see more information, server updates, as I release them, as I make major changes to the server, and you haven't subscribed yet, then please do so. It's the easiest way to see when the videos will come out. And as the message here says, donating is a great way to support the server. Comes with many benefits. So yeah, this is the Black Belt Panda, and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.